Hello and welcome to another Inverted Access stream. Tonight we're taking a look at Phantom Breaker BattleGrounds Overdrive. It is just recently released on PlayStation 4. It was originally on Xbox 360 and I think PC, I'm not positive. It was also released on PlayStation Vita last year, I think, and now the PS4 version, which is the Overdrive version, is available. It is, I think it's $13, it might be $15. Then there's also a $5 additional character DLC. And it's from Mages and 5PB, they're the developer. It's based on kind of the Phantom Breaker fighting game world. I don't know too much about that. It's not really a fighting game though, it is a beat 'em up. So let's go ahead and get started. Local game. Yeah, let's see if there's much we need to look at. There is online play, which is really nice. Yeah, let's do local. So there's story mode, arcade mode, co-op, and battlegrounds. Story mode's what we're going with. There are 4 characters to choose from in the beginning. I actually think they kind of all look pretty similar, but there's Mikoto, Waka, Itsuki, and Yuzuha, and I'm sure I'm pronouncing multiple of those wrong. There's also several unlockable characters as you play through the game. So let's go with the character I've been using, Mikoto, and she's at level 40. 7 different colors for each character. Let's do purple. And I will be trying to get through this game on hard difficulty. I've beaten it on normal already, that's how I'm at level 40. The story is not my favorite. Mysterious man named Phantom is convincing like demon teenagers to fight against people, and they kidnapped Waka's younger sister Nagi. Hey Stotch, yeah, I read that article, or that I saw that NeoGaf post. I was really unimpressed with the article though. I wish it had been much more informative. So as you can see, it is a beat 'em up. You fight large amounts of characters on the screen at any one time. Hey Ren. You don't like beat 'em ups, Ren? I mean, I don't imagine that this style, the art style or anything is for you, but I think you'd like beat 'em ups because they're very simple, not really, too complex. You can kind of just shut your brain off and play. Yeah, it's a beat 'em up. It's based on the fighting game. It's from the world of Phantom Breaker, which is a fighting game genre, but this is a beat 'em up. Whoops. It's cool for a beat 'em up. There's lots of different like moves. Like there's my uppercut move. I have this like projectile move. Whoops, not that one. Let's see, fires that. And then there's strong, middle, and weak attacks. Like the weak attacks hit a lot faster than the strong ones do, but strong ones cause a lot more damage. I think I'm probably a tad bit over leveled for this first level in hard. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. You increase your attack and defense and skills and stuff like that. I'll show you that at the end of the level. Or if I die, where all the like upgrades and stuff are. There's 2 planes, Ren. Good question. So there's 2, so you can jump back and forth like this. But there's no in between. I know a lot of beat 'em ups will have like an in between kind of. You just kind of walk back and forth. There's no walking back and forth, but there is alternating planes. Doesn't add a ton, in my opinion. I don't know too much about that. Trying to figure out why my magic isn't going up, or my special move isn't going up. It's weird. Yeah, the reason I wanted to try it out in the first place, I actually wanted to get it on Xbox 360 when it first came out, and I actually had my issues with Microsoft before I was actually ever able to get it on sale and buy it. But yeah, the thing I'd compare to the closest is Scott Pilgrim. I do like Scott Pilgrim better, both because of the license and I think I don't know, I just feel like the upgrade system and that stuff just works a bit better. But it's very similar. It is multiplayer, both local and online, which is nice. I haven't actually played online. I don't know anyone who owns it, obviously. Hey, Fatality. Yeah, I agree with that, Ren. Like with only 2 planes, like you don't have to, you're never like slightly off center and then miss a punch or anything like that. So I guess on hard mode, like you lose. Huh? I don't know why. Like usually I'm able to run my magic meter way up. Seems like hard mode does things a bit differently because I keep losing magic before I get it 100% full for some reason. I can't figure out why that's happening. Tyler had issues like with Microsoft. Can you believe it? There we go. That's my sweet double attack. Or double power-up attack, I should say. It basically hits everyone. The red gems are experience, so those are the ones you really want to pick up. Coins are actually just for points. So unless you're like, going for leaderboards and high scores, the coins aren't as important. Hey, Calc84. This is my first time playing this game. I haven't had a chance to go online. I've mostly just been playing single player. I don't know, how active. I'd assume the online's fairly active since it just released a couple weeks ago. But it kind of was announced pretty, and released pretty under the radar, so not sure there's a ton of people out there that are playing it right now. It's a pretty fun game. It's more fun as you get leveled up. I was kind of like having a kind of a dull time in the first few levels. Because you lose all your powers after the first level, basically, the first time you play. And so it was kind of dull, but it's like you get more powers, like that shadow power where I can beat people up with my shadow, stuff like that. That makes the game a lot more fun, and it makes it so the hordes don't quite take so long to destroy, stuff like that. Huh, there's no online on the PC, that's interesting. Yeah, I heard that, Ren, that's pretty cool. How did you get that? Did you just play the hell out of the level, or was this kind of random? I don't really remember that level. I remember Stott was like number 3 on that one that has something to do with a trophy. Speaking of trophies, the trophies in this game are pretty simple. The hardest trophy is going to be for beating the game on hard, which is if it's your second playthrough. If you do a normal playthrough first and you use your leveled up character, I can't imagine it would be too tough. Every other trophy is pretty simple, which is kind of nice. There's no platinum or anything. The shadow stuff must be new to Overdrive. Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting. It's cool. I mean, it probably makes the game a bit easier because you're essentially almost hitting them twice instead of once. I don't know if the rest of you can tell, but I have a little shadow there when I do combos. It's actually weird. Your ability to do combos, you even lose after the first level. So like how I was saying it was kind of slow to begin with. It was just because like I couldn't even do combos. But yeah, I'm in way better shape now. Be interested to see the new skill tree. Yep. As soon as I get through this level or die, I can show it off. If you have any questions or anything, let me know. I can show it to you. There's... to me, I don't know what's new or not, because I never played any of the other versions. This is my first time playing it. I wouldn't mind getting the Vita version if it goes on sale and play through it again on Vita one day. I never watched Heroes. You cannot visit the stores. The money is only points, as far as I know. The rubies are what matter. The rubies are for XP. It's still pretty button mashy, like any beat 'em up would be. You know, you kind of find the combos with this that work the best for you. You see, I do a lot of that dash attack. I use a lot of square and circle, so that's the weak attack and the strong one. I don't do a lot of the middle attack. Mama Stotch is a saint. Why is Mama Stotch a saint? The art style I really like. They did put a lot of effort into the character design and stuff like that. I don't know anything about Phantom Breaker, so the actual characters are just kind of weird to me. They actually look fairly similar between one another. But the actual like pixel art looks really, really cool. Ugh. 1 second, guys. Okay, there we go. I do have a camera. I'll probably plug it in September, so next month, because it's kind of warm in my house, so. So this is the first boss. I don't know her name. I'm sure I skipped over it, but... I was doing good for a minute. You have to watch out for that fire attack. There we go. Hey, E-Sticks. Don't want to show my pit stains, that's right. Her name is literally M. There you go. Thank you, Calc. So you get kind of like sucked into this nightmare world, which is, I mean, kind of seems like where you are the whole time because there's demons all over. There's like, I think 8 levels. Shouldn't take you more than a couple hours to play through once, like most beat 'em ups. It's not a terribly long game. Isn't that Q? M, well, there's Money Penny, which I think he calls her M, but isn't there someone named Q? Or is Q the guy that messes with the gadgets and stuff? So there's the experience. I'm up to level 42. Here's the skill tree Calc wanted to see. Go ahead and go over it real quick for you. Hopefully you are watching. I like when games say hee hee. So there's a triple jump now. I think that's new. Dash attack, EX guard, GD cancel, the phantom dash. There's a high jump. Air throw, I don't have that unlocked. Counter burst, I don't have that. The game, I haven't found that the game's tough enough to have to worry about like counters and things like that. You can kind of just button smash. I mean, I'm not the best at the game, obviously. But, so then there's special attack. Combo level 2, overdrive. There's the shadow attack, that's the one I unlocked. EX throw, phantom break, which is like the super special move. I don't have that unlocked either. I kind of just like that lightning one that I use. And then back attack and EX attack are the different things. They're kind of like, the names are not descriptive at all. You definitely need to read about like what is what. Let's see if I can increase my attack. Of course not. Yeah, let's increase my speed. skip that. Like I said, the story is pretty just what you'd expect, kind of standard. Evil guy trying to take over the world, recruiting all these bad guys, and you're trying to stop them, and then they also kidnapped your friend's sister. Yeah, the art style it's different. You definitely, like, all the characters are basically young girls. They're certainly not as sexualized as in some games. It's certainly something that's easy to look past in this game for me. It's not my favorite either. Ren. Hey, Light Cycle, welcome. It would definitely be a fun game to play with other people. Probably have more fun than solo. I mean, I think that's true of almost all beat-em-ups, but I just don't know anyone that owns the game. I didn't really feel like playing with randoms too much. Well, I mean, I agree with that for sure, but I also... It's hard to tell when a character is 8 years old or when a character is 18 years old in these games. So I actually don't know how old they are in this game. So I'm in overdrive mode now, it just kind of makes you stronger. I think I got it by picking up that gem. I don't know. I don't actually know all the mechanics. It's not... I mean, I feel bad for not learning them all. But it's it's not really a requirement to play and beat the game. You need to learn some of the combos and, the weak and strong attacks and how that works, and the special attacks. But all the, like, counters and some of the additional mechanics I don't actually know everything about. I think this character can do down triangle. You mean in the air? Oh yeah. Wow. That's interesting, Calc. Yeah, I mean, going through the how to play list, I mean, there's a big how to play menu, 25 screens long. I honestly recommend reading most of it if you're playing the game for the first time. It helps quite a bit to help you just kind of understand the game. The game doesn't do an amazing job of telling you what to do, so you kind of do want to go through this. But that's funny. So, like, there's moves that the manual doesn't even cover, huh? Yeah, this is actually hard mode. The game is not that challenging. Are there beat-ups that are really all that challenging? Beat-em-ups? So, I mean, it fits in with the genre, but no, it's not that hard. I also think I'm a bit over-leveled for hard because I did replay some of the normal and easy levels just doing other things. So, but really the only challenges I ever... Well, there are some enemies in the later levels that are much bigger and stronger. But I never ran into too much challenge. There was one boss fight that I had to play about 5 or 6 times, and that would be about the extent of the difficulty for me. Favorite move. The speed doesn't seem to be that essential. Maybe it's making my attacks faster, I don't know. But I might downgrade my speed and put it back on attack. Nightmare and Nightmare Plus can be legitimately challenging. That's good. I'm assuming you probably don't get to Nightmare Plus until you do Nightmare. Like, when you start, all you have unlocked is easy and normal, which is fine, because normal right at the start can be a bit tough. You don't have to go through and replay levels for grinding, but you certainly can if you're having a little bit of difficulty. These guys are throwing pies at me, that's kind of challenging. Ugh. Come on. There we go. Yeah, that's funny. The 5-hit, I'll try and get a 5-hit combo again. That's funny. I mean, that's not hard to get combos. Like, there's a trophy for getting a 100-hit combo, which you see I just got there, 123 hits, so that's completely by accident. So certainly not a challenging trophy either. Ah, interesting. Huh. I don't know, there's definitely 2 more difficulties after hard on my list here on the PS4 version. I hate these rolling guys. Yeah, I think that's possible. I'm assuming you're probably talking in regards to like how many enemies are on the screen and stuff like that, right? My understanding is that this version has more enemies on the screen than the Vita version and the Xbox 360 version does. Well, just because, I mean, the Xbox 360 version and the Vita version is the same. I actually don't know. I shouldn't say about the Xbox 360 version. I do know that the press release said that there's more enemies than ever on this version. So I'm kind of getting my ass kicked now, Stodge. Yeah, I think it was on 360 like very first, even maybe before PC, but I don't know. And then it came, I don't know when PC came, but then the Vita version came, and then this version got announced a few months ago. It's very Scott Pilgrim-esque. Scott Pilgrim is the original reason I was interested in this game at all on the 360 because of how much I enjoy Scott Pilgrim. I like the character models in Scott Pilgrim way, way more. I'll say that much. And that's not necessarily just because they're licensed, but just their designs and things like that too. Yeah, not having online play is quite strange. Because the Vita version has online play as far as I know. Rencrest made a good point that he kind of likes the lanes because you don't have to worry about like lining up your hits exactly. So I don't know, you know, some might find that a pro, some might find it a con. It's actually the first beat 'em up game where I've actually seen a lane system be used that I've played. I've never played one before. Whoops. So it's been a bit new to me, but I got used to it pretty quick once I figured out how to do it because the game doesn't actually tell you how to change lanes. Only, well, it does in the help menu, but not while you're actually playing the game. Scott Pilgrim's biggest flaw by far was the lack of online, and then they quote unquote patched it in later. Really, they sold it to you later, and I never heard anything good about the online for Scott Pilgrim. All I heard was that it was not great. Gotcha. How long ago did the PC version come out? I think I died a couple times at this part. And I never understood who that girl is that jumps away. It looks like my character, but I don't know why she's jumping away. I don't know. The characters kind of run together to me, so... Got me that uppercut. And there we go. All girls do look alike. Actually, there's a fight where you have to fight two girls at once, and I kind of like kept losing my character. I couldn't keep track of her in the mess. PC was released in January. Gotcha. Let's go and just skip the story. I don't imagine any of you guys are actually reading the story. So what have you guys all been up to, been playing? I know EastX has been playing the Rare replay. Pretty jealous of that one. Not being an Xbox owner myself, that is. 9 points. I like having powerful attack. That's what I always max out on these games, is just my attack. Fought two girls at once. I've heard good things from you about N++. I could never get into N+. One day I'll maybe have to check out ++ and see if they've magically somehow figured out the right notes to the game, because I've never been able to get into it in the past. No Tylers on the Rare replay. Which is crap, because I played so much Rare as a kid. Besides, Nintendo was probably the biggest developer of games that I played. I played the hell out of GoldenEye and Perfect Dark. Played a ton of Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Tooie. Played a good amount of Blast Corps. That's the one game I'd love to go back and play through again, is Blast Corps. Oh, these guys with the bombs are so annoying. Well, you should play at least a few easy levels, Stotch, to give people the idea of the fact that it's not like the worst, most meanest game of all time. That worked well. I didn't even think to do that last time I fought them. Get out of the lane. There you go. Oh wow, that would actually be good for me, assuming it's the right kind of inverted. Sometimes the developers will invert both the X and Y axis and only allow that. So if the X axis is inverted, then that would render it unplayable to me. But if the y-axis is inverted, that's going to render it unplayable to a whole lot of other people, so that's not a good thing. I imagine we'll be hearing a bit about that in the coming weeks as some critiques come out for the game. I don't think... the game comes out tomorrow, right? Because, yeah, not having regular controls is like saying to the majority of people that you cannot play this game. Oh, it does reverse left and right. That would take me forever to figure out. Rencrest's so bitter. Well, back in the day, how did you guys play games back in the day? There were a lot of games that were forced inverted back then. I'm surprised so many people got used to the normal controls, because I never did. What's really weird, on a game I reviewed just recently, Cube Director's Cut, it's a PS3 and PS4 cross-buy, so I played it on PS4 of course, but I started up the PS3 version to check it out. It had separate trophy lists, so I was going to, maybe play through it real quick and get some more trophies. It's not exactly a long game or anything. And the PS4 version does have inverted controls for the inverted y-axis, but the PS3 version doesn't. I just thought that was really weird that the two different versions would have different options. Hey, it's the name of the site. You guys better not be bagging on inverted. It's where it comes from. I should make all the writers for the site play inverted. I don't even know how to say inverted. I don't do much with inverted besides the y-axis. Really, Calc? Do you not play a lot of like third-person action games? Because if you do, you should know right away. I guess first-person games too, how you use the, look up and down or not. But yeah, I pretty much have to have inverted y-axis. Eventually I'll teach myself regular, because there are a lot of games like Sly Cooper 2, Beyond Good and Evil HD that I'd like to play that only have regular control schemes. So one day I'll train myself to play that way and go through all those games at once. Normal controls access just rolls off the tongue. Actually rolls off the tongue about as well as the title of this game, Phantom Breaker's BattleGrounds Overdrive. So only 5 multiple syllable words in that title. So if you don't touch the default from default, more than likely you play regular. I have to go to the settings for basically every single game I play to switch over to inverted. I died here a little bit. These enemies are a little bit bigger than the ones I've been fighting. They're a little bit stronger. I don't think I'll die now. It seems like these guys are fairly weak compared to my amazing powers. Get up. I need to work on, I guess on PlayStation 4 you can't really do it. They need to patch it in, but like an away screen, because I'm going to have to run and use the restroom here real quick. So we'll just have dead screen for a minute. No co-host today either. I didn't even ask Monkey. I'm just kind of alternating between having co-hosts and not having co-hosts. I know the PlayStation isn't great for co-hosts because like it just doesn't sound that good. Like it doesn't pick up the co-host's mic all that well. Hey George, just in time for me to take a quick break. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, we are back. I definitely was not looking at Stotch's hot chick, I swear. Hey Mungbox, welcome. Sorry about that. George just showed up right on time. Zero showed up right on time. Man, you guys all just made it just in time for the restroom break. Or the hot chick break, however you may want to look at it. These motorcycle guys are weird, but they give a lot of XP. Yeah, what is ANW? Sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat. I give her 4 Kalings. It's messed up, George. She had to Google that to remember her name. Oh, that's what I was gonna do, is turn my air conditioner down. It's like cool, super cool outside, and sometimes for some reason my house will not cool down. Well, that was a pretty poor excuse for a sentence in English. Okay, let's go drop this real quick. There we go. See, we're starting to get to some bigger, scarier looking monsters. They're not just like creepy teenage looking dudes. You're messed up, Stotch. You're so messed up. Zero, you are not ever very nice on my streams. How come you never say positive things? And I'm even playing a genre that you like. See, I go out of my way to play a game that I know Zero will enjoy, and all he does is insult me. It's a cartoonier version of Phantom Breaker, actually. Which is actually not that popular of a fighting series, is my understanding. I haven't heard a lot of people say it's one of their favorite fighting series. But what do I know about fighting games? Sometimes Zero and Ren will fight, so I should have got those trash cans, but it's too late. Because I love eating food out of trash cans. See, there's Makoto. No, that's Coco. To me, all the girls look the same. The animations, the character designs are not my favorite. Phantom Breaker Western release got stuck in licensing hell. Huh, interesting. I didn't know that. I'm not a big fighting game fan. The reason I was so drawn to this game is the pixel art and the genre, the beat 'em up style. Especially after playing in Scott Pilgrim, as I mentioned earlier, another pixel art beat 'em up that is quite enjoyable. I don't like this quite as much as Scott Pilgrim, but it has grown on me. I might die here, Stotch. Maybe. I don't know how. I don't remember how hard or easy this boss is, but. Nope, I didn't die. Hey, Jay. She's just ready for battle, George. That's why she's moving. So, Jay, you have some new roommates, huh? That sounds fun. And yes, well, I'll say any for anyone. It doesn't matter if it's dudes or what. If you have to pee, close the door. If there's someone else around you, just close the door. You know, this is America. It's not like we're camping or something. I don't need to hear or see anyone else peeing. Yeah, this game's cool. I think it's like 15 bucks. It's a touch pricey considering it's, you know, a 360 game that was on Vita and then on a PC and then on PlayStation 4, but I mean, I don't know, it's a good game. The Vita version has actually never gone on sale, so if you do wait for a sale, I know we have a lot of cheap-ass gamers here, it might be a little while before you get it. So if you like beat 'em ups, if you really like beat 'em ups, you're not going to go wrong with this game. It actually is a little bit deeper and a little bit more fun than your average beat 'em up, in my opinion. This is like a bonus level where you just get a shit ton of XP and look at some cool looking bright eggs. That is disgusting, Stotch. Wow. I just went to school locally here. Ooh, I'm almost at level 50. I just went to school locally, so I lived at home. I've never actually had to live with roommates, which is just wonderful based on like the horror stories and everything I've heard. So, yeah. Should we see if I have enough to... Oh, I don't want to do that. Never mind. I'll do that later. Try and get all the trophies. Let's go with attack and speed. I can tell it has a lot more graphical effects plus new music and skills. Well, that's you make a good point. It's not like they just ported it. They did put a good amount of effort into this new version. This will probably be the last level I play, and then we'll move on to the Swindle, which is a really fun game. Six-person apartment, man. I mean, it's hard enough to like live with family members that you're close with, let alone people that you don't even know that well. I mean, unless you move in with like close friends, but that's not always what happens. And then again, you probably make some really good friendships with that too, so there's pros and cons to that, as there are with almost everything. Yeah, it's fun, Jay. Starts out a little slow. You lose all your, like, I mean, it's kind of a cliched thing in video games anymore, but you start out fully powered, and then, like, after the first level, you lose all your powers. So, I mean, you, like, lose everything. You lose the ability to do combos. So, once you play, like, maybe the first 3 levels for the first time, and you get some of your, like, standard moves back, then the game really opens up and is pretty fun. It's not challenging at all. I don't know how you are. Some people like don't like games to shut your mind off. This one is definitely not challenging at all. Perhaps the toughest 2 difficulties are more challenging. You have to play through it twice to get to those difficulties. Yeah, living with other people is weird. Me and my brother got along pretty well. But we definitely had our issues from time to time. Me and my mom get along well, luckily, when I was living at home. And yeah, that's literally everyone I've ever lived with, other than my dad. And that I was just a kid when my dad lived at home, so it's not like I had a choice of who I was living with. And now I live alone, and it's wonderful. No, it gets lonely sometimes, but it's also really nice. Come on. Into the sewer. So settings are kind of fun. There's some different ones. Nothing too crazy. There is one level later in the game actually that's pretty nuts. I think it's like the second to last level. It's kind of like in a demon, I think you're in hell or something like that. Demonsphere, something like that. It's crazy. Wow, these guys are big. There we go. I am sad. Stotch. I'm always sad with that. I have you guys. The giant enemies are new. Huh. So yeah, I mean, it does sound like this is probably the definitive version at this point. Which is kind of nice. It certainly plays well. I've had absolutely, like, I mean, no real hiccups, no hang-ups, no crash. Let me think. No crashes at all. Oh, that's one thing about the swindle. Hopefully we go through that. I did have some crashes in the swindle. The problem is when a game crashes when you're streaming on PlayStation 4, the stream dies. So let's hope we don't have any crashes on the swindle. But yeah, this game runs. It's been running great. No issues at all. No glitches. All the trophies have worked for me. Wait, Stotch says the word work. Weird. Is it as weird as I pronounce origins? Which I accidentally again said on. Oh, it was on the party chat last night. I think last night, the other night when we were playing Rocket League, and I accidentally said Arkham Origins, and everyone lost their shit, of course. Hey Sage. Verk. Go to Verk. There's a lot of enemies on this screen. Damn that Origins. Yeah, I didn't mean to stutter. I mean, I stutter sometimes because I'm not bright and I don't know what to say, but I definitely did not mean to stutter when I was saying Origins there. Like, I did not realize what I was saying. I never ever realize when I say that word, because I've never heard it in real life that I say that word weird, only from you guys. Yeah, it's fun, Sage. It looks really good. I've lamented it a couple times, but the character design's not my favorite. But the actual pixel art work is great. The fight system is cool. It's a bit deeper than your average beat 'em up. Has some good upgrades. I shouldn't push that. Oh well. Do you have a PS4 calc? Are you thinking about getting this for a third time? Hey, Therm. I swear that's a new account for you again, Therm. Is it a new one that you made? Because I thought you used to be Thermopile too. I never remember to ask my family and friends here about saying that word. I'll try and say it in front of people. I never remember to. And see if they say anything. I don't think it's more fun than Scott Pilgrim, but I love Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim's kind of like, well, to me, Scott Pilgrim's like the best beat 'em up I've ever played. But that's because I was never into those arcade ones and stuff like that, Streets of Rage, things like that. Those never did anything for me. I never really played it in the arcade and didn't play until later. Simpsons and X-Men and stuff like that, those were fun, but Scott Pilgrim like added some RPG features, and I really like Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, he has it on Vita, Term. It's a mute point. Yeah, that one cracks me up. The other thing, like I said, I don't even know what the author was thinking, but with the word penultimate meaning anything but second to last, I don't know what she was thinking, but that was cracking me up. But it's funny when people use words wrong. It's a moo point, like a cow is saying it, moo. It doesn't matter if it's a cow saying it. I don't remember what show that's from. Yeah, Scott Pilgrim required more grinding, especially if you were playing by yourself. But it was still a lot of fun. But yeah, I probably played the first level of Scott Pilgrim 5 times to get like strong enough to be able to handle later levels and things. Because even when you die into a 30-minute level, I mean, you still get to keep all the experience or the money that you earned in the game for upgrades. So each run, you know, even if you died, it still wasn't a wasted run in that game, which is what I liked. He can't pronounce George. It's not that hard to say George. Jorge. Oh yeah, I gotta fight it. Well, you don't have to fight a big old dragon, but there's a big old dragon in this fight. All you have to do is kill the girl, but... You should have jumped out to the other lane, Tyler. Jump out. There you go. Man, she's just gonna block everything. There we go. Nice. Yeah, I must be overpowered for hard, because these bosses on regular took way, way, way longer for me than these ones are on hard. He can't say Kanamit. Got me fucked up. Close. Kanamit, goddammit. That's funny. Yeah, Scott Pilgrim does require a lot of grinding, Ren. Cool. Got the trophy for max level. There's another trophy for maxing out the skill tree, but I'll worry about that later. So level 50 is max, huh? I would have thought it went higher than that. So you can kind of... You definitely don't get enough points to just super overpower your character, it looks like. Unless you can maybe get higher levels on the higher difficulties, I don't know. Well, Scott Pilgrim has vertical movement. I mean, this game uses lanes. Scott Pilgrim doesn't. I'm not exactly sure if I'm getting that. You can get up to, oh, you get up to 99 with the DLC. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get the DLC or not. That makes sense. But yeah, so I guess the DLC has a level increase. It's $5 on PlayStation. It's actually supposedly cross-buy between Vita and PS4, but I don't think that's set up yet. But it includes a new character, which I guess is from a game called Steins Gate, which I don't know anything about. I think it's a visual novel. But it has a new character as well as, I guess, a level upgrade. It does have new trophies and a few other things. So that's just about it for Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds Overdrive. Thank you for watching the stream. Make sure to check out Inverted Access. We'll have a full review of this posted this week. Yeah, this is $15 on PSN. It's I think 12 or 13 on Xbox 360. It's 12 or 13 on Vita, and I do not know the PC price. Spelunky time. No, it's well, let me wrap this up. So yep, thank you all for watching, yeah, check us out on Inverted Access. And give me 60 seconds. Hopefully, I will be right back with